Hello, Kingston. Welcome back. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today we have another Napoleonic Total War 3 battle. This is a 4v4, and it is a very awesome battle. I love seeing, as you can see, Prussia everywhere. Prussia can be a very tough faction sometimes to play, and sometimes a very satisfying faction to play. As you can see already, some cav may be going for some skirms here, hussars. But they're going to second guess that, I think. And we also have some cav over here about to engage the Prussians. Now, as I said, there's three Prussian armies here from the corps. And there's one 7-pointer, a 10-pointer. You have a Saxon 8-pointer and a 6-pointer Prussian army. And they are going up against the Grand Armée. I do believe there is an Imperial Guard that shows their face over in this area. A lot of Imperial Guard with Napoleon Bonaparte himself. Already you can hear the muskets firing, these skirms going for some grenadiers who were in the LOC. But they definitely, most definitely are going to be falling back, as they do not want to be executed at close range. Prussia, very wise to take this building. Already you can see that there is a huge push. Already, the Prussians trying to obtain this LOC here. This is the map of Safeld. For those, I know everybody probably wants to know that. So, you know, try to volunteer the information. Already, the Imperial Guard marching up here. They have a lot of chasseurs, grenadiers. So basically, the Imperial Army is some really cool, like, green and pink. The Hillers, Dragoons, dismounted Dragoons. That is a very awesome. Of course, Napoleon Bonaparte supporting that push himself with the morale. We do have some Mamelukes here, kind of edging in really close. Oh, what happened here already? Some artillery got hit by Prussian guns, but we do have some cavalry here, some Mamelukes going in against some Saxon hussars here. Some of them getting shot to pieces, but Saxon hussars definitely not going as well, and some dragoons as well as charging in. Oof, that is really loud. Also, it would appear some hussars are going to clash with those dragoons here. Line infantry going to volley them, but this is not going to go well for the Prussians, and their artillery 6-pounders already in danger. Some cuirassiers now going to charge in against these dragoons. Oh, the poor artillerymen who are stuck in the middle of this massive fight here. Also, at the same time, there's some hussars to charge the French guns, both at the same time. That's why I can catch both. But they got routed here. The 6-pounders, basically the hussars got volleyed by all these units that did not fire. So, you know, you can see why the other unit routed. One of their artillery got shot. So, definitely a mass here, massing up. The first fight, though, appears to be on this side, as France is sending up their chasseurs, their skirms, as well as their line infantry. Prussia gonna have their guns saved, and they are going to form up with the line infantry and start volleying off here. Now, look at this huge mass of cav, dragoons, cuirassiers, and more dragoons. Honestly, a lot of cavalry. Gonna make it very difficult for the Prussian army, because this one 10-pointer is gonna have to hold until the 7-pointer actually gets up here. Now, they're using the road to get up fast, but are they gonna hold? Are they going to hold in time? The Saxon infantry are pushing up here. Prussia hiding behind this hill so as they don't get pounded by these 8-pounders until their ally does come up, because one French army can be taken on by 2 of the coalition armies. It's very encouraging to see. Already now, the line infantry on both sides having some regular volleys. Prussia not willing to give up this position, not budging. In fact, the 6-pounders are giving some hot fire onto the French guard here. We do have those dismantled dragoons. Look at those. That is such a cool unit. They're firing through a hole in the town. There's a wall here that actually can be used. More artillery setting up over here, an 8-pounder and a 6-pounder horse artillery. A lot of cav, though, massing up, trying to stare each other in the face, trying to mirror each other. Saxony is actually sending over their cuirassiers and horse artillery, as they do not want France to outflank their Prussian ally. Over here, still Saxony massing up here. They're sending up some skirmishers, trying to maybe skirmish down some of the French. I realized I didn't really do an intro to go over the unit comps. I apologize for that. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. I feel like I would love to have the unit cards, but Saxony obviously going to bring in Chevaliers, like I said, some of their Frederick von Polens and Cuirassiers. Of course, you do have Chasseurs Cheval and Hussars pushing up here, maybe trying to fight them. Prussia still having a massive front. Now, the Imperial Guard has a sunken river they can sit in if need be, but they are probably going to be doing some excellent execution against this line infantry. Looks like Musket Bug may be affecting some of this Musketeers, unfortunately. We do have some cav pushing over. This would be a juicy shot for the Prussians to hit a lot of Cuirassiers. And the other French army under Ney is still advancing up, so Napoleon has sent up by himself his line infantry. Does seem to actually be doing pretty well here, though, against the Prussians. Over here, Saxony seems to be massing up. I love this push here. They have a ton of line infantry just pushing up on the left flank. Just a lot of assault columns here. And France does not have a lot at this point. They have 6, 7 line infantry and 2 skirms. A lot of guns. But Bernadotte is by himself right now. And he could get 2v1. Prussia has not started moving. Maybe they should start swinging around here. That would be a wise. With Cav supporting, you can see they actually may be doing that. A lot of Cav in the back. But the real push here, the real fight may be happening over here. Some Cuirassiers are going to push up here. Saxony has only 2 Cav. More Cav, of course, for Prussia. Hussars and Cuirassiers and their line infantry are moving back to support. These Fusiliers cannot form square, though. You can see they're actually taking some wavering here. Probably just because these Dragoons are just getting such an excellent line of fire against these Russians. And we may have a huge push here by the French. Maybe. They are bringing a lot of cav. In fact, they even have some line infantry here. Oh, we have some line infantry getting to get charged. Can they volley in time? But no, some Hussars are going to go in against the Fusiliers. We do have the Hussars going to go in, try to flank, and a huge line fight here with the cavalry and line infantry smacking each other around. A square forming up here. More cav, Cuirassiers, maybe for Prussia pushing in. This would be a perfect time for Saxony to get involved here, maybe try to rout them. Oh no, those Hussars are broken. Line infantry breaking. Fusiliers in trouble. Musketeers cannot form square. And these Cuirassiers are going to go in here. Here we go. More Cuirassiers going to smash against the Cuirassiers of Saxony here, as well as some Dragoons. This is going to go poorly, I think, for Saxony, as they are definitely highly outnumbered. If only Prussia could get around. Now, Prussia is routing some of this cav, and this line infantry actually may really hurt these heavies. But I think France may win this fight. They have infantry just volleying these Cuirassiers. And they lost their Cuirassiers over here. Of course, they have some backup, but yeah. Saxony not looking too hot. Now, over on this side, this is looking pretty favorable, I would say, for the Prussians and Saxony. Look at this. They have some cav charging in, maybe going for the line infantry. No, just some cavalry of France. No, they're not going to do well in that instance, but the artillery is falling back. You can see 8-pounder as Saxony is pushing through this tree line, trying to maybe get around the French. France did have a lot of cav break there, but they seem to be breaking Saxony's cav with their Cuirassier. Now, maybe we'll have some Chevaliers going to flank the French, but it does look like the Imperial Guard is going to push up here. Yeah, they're going to push up here. It'd be nice if, who is the general? If Ney has some reinforcements right now, maybe they can punch through, but Prussia is getting very close here. They did take an LOC as well. Where is that at? Okay, they did take that as well. Musketeers. Saxony managed to actually rout that Cuirassier. That is well played, thankfully. But here comes more cav. 3 Cuirassiers from Murat. Ugh, that's going to be painful. That's going to be painful. And Saxony's probably going to get themselves out of there. Maybe put up some artillery, get some good shots, and then charge in once they've been shocked into submission. But these chasseurs are going to push up on an already battle bloody field of battle already. Prussia going to push up, have the river to their backs, and a building. And maybe Ney has some reinforcements coming up. That would be really nice about now. Prussia has not really committed a lot. I'm surprised they haven't tried amassing up here and pushing. Because there's one French army, Bernadotte by himself. Prussia, or Saxony is not even pushing either. They're leaving France alone. Maybe they're going to swing around here, but they're so slow moving that they may not get there in time. We do have Prussia getting really focused down there. Oh my goodness, look at this unit. They're dropping so fast to the... oh, what a brutal volley there. Just totally brutal. These guys are toast. And yep, they just got toasted. Look at that death. That's all Prussians right there. Those poor Fusiliers. And so Prussia's going to fall back. You know, I would use this river. I would sit on the other side of this river. Sit here so the cav can't really defeat you. We do have artillery. Maybe you're going to start focusing down these cuirassiers. Hopefully. There's only a chevalier, cuirassier, and another chevalier, so France has the advantage. Oh, we do have some Saxon hussars going for these skirmishers, and here comes Ney. Ney has 6 line infantry, a massive units, 149, 150. Oh my goodness, this could help tip the scales back in favor, as they are going to push up here and throw back the Prussians, maybe. We have some line infantry pushing against the Saxon hussars. Over here, Saxony is going to shift over. I think they realize that maybe Prussia can deal with Bernadotte by himself, because the rest of the French are over here. Let's see, is that cav? Nope. So, oof, this artillery, oh, excellent position by Saxony. They are just pounding away at these cuirassiers. More artillery from Saxony over here. Maybe they're gonna like try to, if you could say, firing from 2 different directions, try pinning these cuirassiers who have already taken some losses here. Oh, wow, 94 of 150. That is bad. That is brutal. Now with Ney getting into the fight, maybe they can finally push this town, but here is the reinforcements of Russia. They're pushing down this road, maybe going to try turning the flank. So where are all the French armies? I'm trying to figure this out. So we have Bernadotte. Is there another French army over here? Let's see. Bernadotte, we have Ney, we have Napoleon. Where is the other French army? This is a 4v4. There he is. Murat, a Cav Corps. That's what it is. So, Cav Corps here. That's why there were so many cuirassiers. Now, Murat needs to be playing very, very aggressive here, or else... you know, he should be focusing on this area where Prussia is. With the Imperial Guard pushing up, the morale is so amazing. They could do really well, I think, here. Most of these units cannot form square. If you just swung around this flank, Murat could make this an easy work of the Prussians here, who don't have artillery really massed up here. Instead, we do have some line infantry gonna get charged here, but they're gonna form a square. And this core, guys, I have seen it. It is very, I don't know. If you bring Murat, usually it's unbeatable. So I'm excited. Maybe the French are gonna lose this fight. They've already lost a initial cav engagement because the counter to Murat is Saxony, in my opinion. Saxony is the counter to Murat. But there's heavies on both sides here. Bernadotte is just kind of withdrawn here to the tree line. He didn't bring a lot, unfortunately. So Prussia maybe can hold, but you see Saxony definitely making a wise call to shift over here. Oh, here comes Murat. These guys cannot form squares, so this could go very badly for Saxony. They don't have a lot of cav here. Murat needs to just go in here. They are just getting chewed apart by these 12-pounder. As you can see, they've lost so much to artillery fire. Murat cannot just walk around the battlefield. They have to engage. They have to fight. Here is this Imperial Guard. I think they realize they need to help out Ney. Napoleon needs support once more. These dismounted... oh no, where's the dismounted dragoons? Oh, we have some line infantry getting charged. And to get some support, though. And that's going to cause the Dragoons of Prussia to fall back. Prussia has a very good position here, though. Prussia looking pretty strong. They have line infantry, cav, they have artillery support. And all these skirms are not... These volunteers are toast. That's a huge loss. Murat still has not made a play, and he needs to. The battle, I mean, it's not halfway over, so I guess he still has time. But Prussia is now starting to advance against the Imperial Guard. Like I said, Ney has really thick units. They can last a very long time, but you don't want to throw them and waste them in a long engagement where they're outnumbered. They'll get shot to pieces. You have more Dragoons, excuse me, more Dragoons now charging in against France. These guys keep forming square, but they keep getting chopped up, not getting a chance to really volley against Prussia. Prussia using the cav to kind of keep these French line infantry in a fight, as their musketeers then can push up and get some volleys off. France is having a huge flank they're pushing, and this chasseur unit, these chasseurs are deadly. Very deadly. But Prussia is going to push up a lot of line infantry here. Very fresh line infantry. So Prussia is going to hold this LOC. Bernadotte's actually pushing up their artillery once more, trying to maybe whittle down the Prussians that are holding this LOC.
Men are running, sir.
This actually is proving to be a very difficult fight for the Prussians. Where is Murat? Murat is moving over to help Bernadotte. Not a bad idea. Saxony is still stuck. Excuse me. Saxony is still stuck. Trying to get back over here to help out on this side against France. Oh, we do have a cav fight here. Some chasseurs going against Dragoons. This could be a mutual breaking, though. Now Prussia's going to break. As these squares were able to help. France can't stay in this fight now. We do have more line infantry here. Pushing up for France. Maybe they're going to try to swing around this side and flank. They do have artillery, though, for Prussia. 12-pounders that could shift the scales back in favor of the Prussians, as they're starting to lose a little bit on this side. You can see the line infantry is shaken. They thankfully have some reserves. This is why you always have reserves. They can push up those reserves or use them to keep their line infantry in the fight. Here is Murat, though. So Murat is pushing up with Bernadotte, supporting this fight. So Prussia is now in a pickle as they are on their own, and Saxony is going to have to make a decision. Do they keep pushing over to help the fight? Which I think they should at this point. Prussia can hold this town. I would think they could hold this town. But the fight is definitely most hotly contested, where Prussia is definitely starting to feel the heat of these Voltigeurs. Oh, we have Prussia Grenadiers going in against the line infantry of France. They're going to get flank charged, though. Oh, that is rough. Prussia could afford to fall back a little bit. They have artillery on the other side of the river. They have cav defending it. Murat's not over here. They could afford to sit back and just let their artillery blast into the side in the flank of France, who you see they've lost quite a bit of their line infantry here. Prussia still has a lot of reserves, which they're going to push up those reserves. They have a general up on the side. They have an LOC they can use to kind of guard their flank. This line of infantry can start swinging up here. Saxony's going to steamroll over here. They can roll over. Oh, we do have a fight over here where Saxony... Oh my goodness. This is where Murat is going to help tip the scales. You can see taking on a ton of the musketeers in line infantry of Prussia. This is going to be brutal. Prussia's gonna hurt here. Now they do have line infantry here that can start shooting in the flank here. Be careful you're not fimming the cav of Murat, though. And this is where Bernadotte could push up their line infantry and they can rout the Prussian army. You see they're also putting pressure on this side. Very wise of them to wait. Now Saxony is going with their cav, so Murat could be in trouble. Murat needs to be careful not to keep these guys in prolonged combat here. They want to pull them out. They have broken several of the line infantry, but here comes another flanking charge by the Prince Albert Chevaliers. So Bernadotte, I'm getting really concerned. These guys are very tired. The morale is not going to stay. Do not prolong melee. Oh, we do have some cav, maybe going for some guns or for a general here. Yeah, they're going to go for the guns of Prussia. 8-pounders. Did they break them? No, they did not. But they're going to push up this line infantry, get really close here, keep volleying. You can see Prussia is definitely starting to have some more routing here. This is a very decisive push by France. This army needs to swing around the flank. They need to just start pushing. You know, you can't sit too long. There's obviously France is pushing. Now, France has definitely made a huge push. They managed to get their cuirassiers out of there. Now they took some heavy losses, but they are routing the Prussians here. This is tipping back in the scales of France, and very quickly, unfortunately. Prussia's gonna actually have to fall back. As Bernadotte has the high ground, has the tree line, has skirmishers, Voltigeurs firing down, as well as their line infantry in a pincer movement with Bernadotte helping out. Still some Saxon cav, though, to help support this line infantry fight, but these 3 line infantry musketeers, actually there's 5 total here, could get back and try to reignite this fight. Saxony at this point has committed here. More cavalry going in. Hussars charging in. We do have some cuirassiers now who are going to charge. The square's not going to go well. This artillery, though, really could still tip the scales. I think if they can start punching holes, Prussia needs to hold this line infantry in a fight for just a little bit longer. They can do it. Now, we do have France pushing up here. This reinforcing army hopefully is going to push with Saxony. They can still tip the scales back in favor, but they need to move fast here, and that's not something Prussia does well. Here we go. Regular volleys here for Prussia, and Prussia, you can see, starting to really push up. France is overcommitting maybe, as Saxony is going in, going to start flanking. They are even going for some 4-pounders. All the French artillery is sitting over here. Now, I know I'm missing some action, but we got to keep an eye on this fight, because this fight looking worrisome. France is encircling most of the Prussians here in the woods. Maybe Prussia's just trying to delay the inevitable, as they know this is the main fight where most of the French army is. We do have some line infantry. Oh my goodness, look at this massive push by Ney. They have 3 line infantry.
Our men are running, sir.
But the center for Prussia is weak. They have a good flank here. But yeah, their whole center has caved. Unfortunately, France managed to just spearhead through here and defeat basically anything in between this river for Prussia is gone. And Prussia has basically gone over here. They have a couple units left. They still have the LLC, which they have some grenadiers. But Bernadotte is going to be able to help keep this line infantry in the fight. As you can see, only 2 line infantry for Prussia left on this side.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
Which general? Now, Prussia does have this side of the river, and with Saxony pushing up here, they may actually still catch the French out, overextended. This cav, though, is getting shot. They need to watch out for that. They have artillery still volleying here. But they have no center, except for some cav, which actually is hitting a lot of French line infantry that cannot form square here. France, like I said, is overcommitted. Maybe artillery, 6-pounders going to help out here. Saxony is going to start rolling down this road. If they can encircle the French army, they can still take this. It looks like Prussia is actually trying to deal with Murat here. And they are, yep, they are going to charge in with some cuirassiers and maybe take out Murat as well. Oh, Murat. He could break here, and that could really damage the morale. As now this French cav, which is very tired, is getting charged by a very active only Prussian cav, although this guy is wavering and exhausted. There is some Prussian line infantry left with some artillery here, as well as a general, so they still can stop them from pushing in and taking the town, and Murat is dead. So Murat is going to suffer penalties now with the morale he may have. Look at this huge flank we got by Prussia. They're starting to push across this river. France has made such a overcommitment almost and pushed in so far that their flank is being collapsed in, and they got troops all the way over here. Yes, they broke a Prussian army, but their whole flank is weak. And Saxony and Prussia are really starting to push on that overextended flank. And there's infantry and artillery and cav over on this side. So Ney and
must rest a while.
Napoleon are going to have a tough time. You can see they're actually losing a lot of their line infantry here as Saxony and Prussia have pushed across, made a foothold. They have more reserves pushing up here. Of course, France can't see that. But the decisive victories they've made one decisive victory. They've broken one Prussian army, broken half of another, although like you see Prussia is still in this fight here. They have artillery. If they can get Bernadotte to push down through the open field, they have some artillery, and they still have this beautiful town. Look at this awesome town they can fall back to and have some vicious street fighting. Not gonna lie, I would love to see a street fight here. But look at this. Yep, they are definitely starting to be able to push back. These grenadiers are losing big. Being outnumbered, heavily outnumbered. And there's still some French units. I don't know what these guys are doing.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
These guys need to stop chasing. Somebody needs to call these units back so they can start pushing on the flank here. Maybe push through this town and start pushing on that flank, because their center is so empty. They have, what, 5 units here? They have reinforcements here, but Cav is going to start pincering them as well. And we have Saxon 12-pounders, a horse artillery 6-pounder, who's going to stop Bernadotte from really being able to advance without taking losses. And Murat is not really in this picture. The Grenadiers still have this LOC. So the LOC has not been taken
sir, and must rest a while.
whatsoever. I think France is starting to roll out of... run out of troops here. And Saxony just pushing over. Now, Saxon infantry, guys, is not the greatest, but it is working so well here. They have 55 men left, and there's still artillery and cav sitting here. So I think France, an overextended attack. I've already used that title in the video, but that is definitely the best description of this fight here. Way overextended. Half of the time is left, and LOCs still in coalition hands. Now, France is starting to try to push through here. I'm trying to flank. They have 4 line infantry here against some 3 Saxon musketeers. They have Napoleon Bonaparte himself, going to help keep that morale up. He is still alive. Look at him. He's like, we can still win this. But their flank with the Prussian dragoons and cuirassiers of Saxony pushing up here with line infantry coordinating. Oh, no. I'm afraid it is over for France. They may be able to consolidate a little bit, but they are just outnumbered. And Bernadotte is starting to push here. They are definitely starting to push here. Saxony sending over their Chevaliers. Artillery, there's, what? That is 6 guns. 6 guns total supporting this fight. And this is horse artillery that can fall back here. What I would do as Prussia is I would just keep falling back. Fall back a lot more. Keep letting the guns do some work. Buy time for the guns to shoot. And buy time for this army to win on this side and push over and help you out on this side. You know? You don't have to win over here yet. And the artillery is going to really start hurting these heavier columns of Prussia. Or not Prussia. Man, I cannot get my troops right, my factions right today. You know, look out, because Saxony is sending over some cav to deal with the French chasseurs cheval. Because they need their guns in order to win this fight. Now, we do have a horse artillery. Maybe they're going to get a canister shot off. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, what a deadly shot. Now, look at this artillery. Look at all this artillery still firing here. This horse artillery. Oh, my goodness. Saxony going in here against the chasseurs cheval. And a general is going to rush nearby to help inspire that, so they're definitely going to win that side. Prussia closing in with Saxony, just closing in on what's left of Ney and Bonaparte. And some musketeers in this LSC are going to really hamper this, but they are basically falling back for survival. I mean, at this point, it's inevitable they're going to lose. Prussia is just making a stand here. This artillery, though, you can see broken one unit here. These brave horse artillery here. This may be their last shot. They may only get one more before there's like half their strength, and they are wavering. I don't think they're gonna get another shot off before they die. Prussia is definitely losing here, and I think they're going to lose. But they have slowed down Bernadotte, and Bernadotte cannot help, and there's still more artillery. Especially looking at the flank here, this artillery. Oh my goodness, they are just shooting away the whole flank of Bernadotte. Bernadotte is running out of men here. Saxony even sending their Chevaliers against these Voltigeurs, and just, it's over, I think. It is over. It's definitely made coalition victory. The Musketeers did get charged by some line infantry of France. Bonaparte nearby to help inspire that fight. I think they'll take it. But they do not have enough LOCs to win here. They're going to have to make a stand somewhere. I would stand at the LOC. You know, use the LOC to your advantage. And just hold your general in here. Make sure that he can't get shot very easily. Just use that to your advantage here. Prussia and Saxony are going to push up here, and you're probably going to die. But, you know, make it a stand worthwhile. And maybe Bernadotte can make a push here if Bernadotte moves fast enough. This artillery, though. 12-pounder. And what is this? Another 12-pounder. They're just going to keep chewing away.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, we have some line infantry getting broken. Yep. What a good game. Like I said, usually these corps I see huge losses on the coalition side. They always lose against Murat. Unless it's the other corps I'm thinking of. I don't know which coalition, honestly. You guys can tell me if this is like the battle of the first, second, or third coalition. I don't think it's the first coalition. But yeah, see Saxony, usually in a line fight, Saxony is not going to do too hot. They are not going to stand up very well to the French line infantry, especially with Napoleon nearby. Now, Napoleon, look at this. He's going to go in, cheeky play, going to go in for their guns. You can see actually Prussia and Saxony realize he's going to charge the guns. And they're going to fall back, and yeah, they're going to push up some Chevaliers here. Maybe they can kill Napoleon. Napoleon may have overcommitted here. Yeah, he's going to die now. Maybe Prussia maybe lose their guns. No, Napoleon's going to die. That's going to probably really crash the morale.
We have killed their general,
yep,
sir.
Napoleon is dead. Or as in the campaign, it would say, he's retired. So Prussia did push up with their cavalry, and they're just chopping up, slicing, and dicing away at the French. Now the French have formed up by the river. They have Bernadotte here. That may be a good idea for you know, these cuirassiers to charge him. One squareable in all of this, and they're going to go for Bernadotte. Bernadotte probably going to fall back here. But Prussia, you can see counterattacking now with the artillery support. They've really been able to push this away. Artillery is so vital in these fights. And now it is the last stand without a general, though. I don't think Ney's here. I think Ney already died. I think Ney died a while ago. But yeah, Prussia, Saxony, just going to push up a lot of skirmishers. The horse artillery is going to push up. And this fight is basically over, I would say. I'm going to fast forward a little bit as they're getting in position here. I don't want to, you know, delay the inevitable. But yeah, this fight is definitely going to be a closed, or not, it was not open and shut. There was definitely a huge breakthrough that France had. They pushed in, and then France and Saxony closed in.
Our men are running, sir.
They closed in so well on their flank. Oh, we do have some more fighting here. Yeah, we have line infantry actually pushing over, maybe trying to defeat this flank of Saxony and Prussia. These skirmishers are going to run away, but we do have line infantry going to get charged here by the 59 infantry. And they're going to fight. Now, France could probably break this side. Saxony is going to easily hold against here. We do have Cav supporting this fight here. And make sure they stay in square formation. This line infantry getting shot up. the cuirassiers coordinated with the line of tree over here against France Bernadotte. They were able to break them, and so France is no more except for some artillery. So they have one on that side, and the only holdout is Ney's men and Napoleon's, who are fighting without a general. So morale is going to be pretty awful. Oh man. Yeah. Look at this. They're just rolling past this square, trying to get him to form a square. Oof, nice shot. Nice shot here. So they're gonna basically, yeah, they're gonna just destroy this one last amount of troops. There's an artillery position. Bernadotte was always on his own. Bernadotte was here. Napoleon advanced through here, or no, sorry, Ney through here, Napoleon through here, and I think Murat was through here as well. So Murat unfortunately did not bring enough guys. I think he had a small army, a very good army, but a very small army. So it was probably very tough for him. But you can see the artillery is going to blast away 29% damage for this LOC, and they're just going to close in from two sides on France, and this battle will be over. So we'll just let this fast forward, let it play out, you know, watch the carnage. And then we'll look at the stats to see, you know, who lost big, which I'm sure everybody did, but I think Saxony actually probably didn't lose as much. I feel like they had a lot of troops left over at the end of it because they were fighting over here and they pushed over here. Once, I think the reason they were pushing is they thought that maybe two factions were over here. Once they realized it, calling that very early, I would have probably not pushed over here, but them shifting over because of how slow they were, and that was Falcon playing as them, being able to shift over to help on this side, very good call, I would say. That really helped them. You see, they didn't take very many losses at all. But actually, they didn't kill that many. Look at that. They did not kill as many as the French did, for the most part. So, very good battle. I think it was one of these two, Chaslock or Lotus. But whoever it was, thank you so much for sending that in. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's see. Yeah, the infantry actually, well, they didn't, like I said, they didn't get a lot of kills. It was just morale. They just killed the morale of France. So, that's how they kind of claimed a victory today. So, good, well played on all sides. Hope no one, you know, you just gotta learn from your mistakes. And I definitely would say, reiterating, that they pushed a little too much. They didn't know that Saxony was coming, though, so there's no way to really know. But that's about it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for joining me. If you do enjoy these NTW3 videos, you would like to see more, if you would like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. That is like the big goal right now. I am almost 400 away, 420 something away. So every subscriber matters. Every comment and like really helps me out, really helps me to see through analytics what videos are doing well, and I do more of those videos. So, and I really enjoy making these. But that's about it, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.